Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Openly Expressive. I am your host, Naisha. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time, I thank you. For my oldies, hey bullskis, welcome back, babies. So I have been MIA for a little while because I have been feeling a little bit under the weather, but your girl is back, so let's get into it. So I think today is an episode based on knowing when things happen. Don't beat yourself up. Just realize it's for a reason. So I believe that everything happens for a reason. Whether it's good or a bad thing, it's all for a lesson. And it's all for a reason to either better yourself or, to just learn from it. Or sometimes it could just be a reason of a blessing. I believe that people enter our lives because either they enter to change you for the better or to change the way that you are moving in life and make you get a reality check and be like, you know what, I need to get my shit together. Okay, because oftentimes we get into relationships or situations, or even if we lose a job or just anything in life that happens that might be catastrophic to us, we might sit there and dwell on our sorrow. When in actuality, we should just think of the fact that, you know what, this happened for a reason. Let me find out what the reason was in life. Let me learn from it. Let me progress and let me move the fuck on. Like, we oftentimes stay stagnant in shit that we know that we need to move on from, whether it's a relationship, whether it's where we're living, whether it's any type of condition that we're in. Like, just move on. Because being stagnant in a situation, whether it's physically or mentally, it does nothing but hinder a situation. It hinders you from your blessings. It hinders you from your well-being. It hinders you from overall happiness. And, sometimes when we deal with people or situations, we try to change things for the better, but you have to realize ultimately you can't change anything or anyone that you don't have any control over. So even if it's like a relationship that's not working out for you, listen, pack your bags and move on. Chuck up the deuces, 2 fingers, and move on. As I expressed before, you can't change a person. No matter how many times you draw out and map out a blueprint, it's just, if they're not willing to change, it's not going to work. So just count your losses and get the fuck on. Like, what are we wasting time for? Time is too precious to be wasted on people who, don't add to your well-being. There's no benefit in having a person in your life. There's no benefit in being in that relationship. There's no benefit in being in a situation where you are stagnant and complacent in nothingness. There's no benefit in that. There's no benefit in remaining in your sorrow. There's no benefit in being pissed. There's no benefit in being vengeful. There's no benefit to any of those things. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the little squeak. I'm on my bed. I'm still not feeling so well, but I just had to express certain things because as I talk to friends and as I reflect on my life, I start to think of certain things and I'm like, I gotta record an episode. I need to speak to the great people, because there's a lot of people out here who beat the hell out of themselves mentally because of things that they've done wrong in their mind. Listen, all you did was either try to love and be loved, or all you did was try to make the best for you and your family, and it didn't work out. It's no need for you to beat yourself up for it. It's no need. Just find out what the solution can be, figure it out, and make it happen. I'm just so at a point in life where I can't be hurt by anything anymore. I'm Teflon, okay? I've been very strong throughout my years because all of the stuff that I've been through and endured and encountered in my life, it's just like, you know what? You are a strong-ass female. Sometimes you think when you break down and you get into the fetal position and you boo-hooing and this and that, and, you're wallowing in your sorrow that you're weak. No. To me, when you're expressing yourself, when you're crying in that fetal position, when you're releasing those liquid emotions, that's when you are building your strength, I think, because you're getting it out of your system. It's like taking a detox tea or something. All of those bad foods and things that you put inside of your body. Once you detox that tea, once you take that tea and start detoxing your body, all of the, toxins are released. So I think that those liquid tears are just releasing all of the mental toxins. And it's okay to cry. whether you are a male or female, because you already know that it's already like a big old thing. Oh, you're a man, you're not supposed to cry. You're a boy, you're not supposed to cry. And that's taught from a young age. And that's the saddest shit to me, because I have a son. And I tell him, listen, if it's something that you think you need to cry for, cry. If somebody just telling you the word no, or things are not going your way, no, you don't do that. That's because that's when it becomes bratty and it's frowned upon. But when you need to express yourself and your emotions are getting the best of you, go in that corner, go in the bathroom, close that door, do what you need to do, cry it out, get it out of your system, because holding it in, bottling it in does nothing but hurt you on the inside. And then oftentimes when you bottle things in for so long, you explode emotionally, and sometimes it manifests itself into a physical way, and you cannot control the outcome. Because sometimes you get so ahead of yourself, you just forget how to think rationally. So you know what? Take your time, regroup, do what you need to do. If you need to cry, if you need to take a walk, if you need to write it out, if you need to write a song, if you need to exercise, if you need to do yoga, whatever you need to do to get that out of your system and make yourself feel better so you can be progressive in life, do what you have to do. Don't stay stagnant in life. Don't ever let anyone get you into a mental state to where, or anything get you into a mental state to where you are just like oblivious to the fact that you need to change for the better. Don't do that, because a lot of people will try to tear you down. A lot of people will try to beat you up physically and mentally to just keep you where you are, because they are unhappy with themselves. And we also need to stop looking for happiness in others. It will never happen. Now, being with someone in your presence, can add on to a happy moment. But for us to think that someone can make you happy, it's not true. Because happiness is a feeling within, and who can actually affect the feeling within? You, your mind, your mental. The problem is we give a lot of people, we give a lot of people the leadway into our minds, to infiltrate our minds, and it's always in a sucky way. We give us the leeway, and I'm not going to say always, but oftentimes we get into relationships, whether it's any type of relationship, whether it's physical or mental, friendship, sexual, whatever it is. Oftentimes when we get into a relationship, we have expectations on that relationship. And if they don't exceed our expectations, or at least meet our expectations halfway, we're all distorted. No one is perfect. But at least surround yourself with people who are perfect to be in your life. Those expectations that you put on people, it's okay. And guess what? If they don't fit the criteria, it's okay to move on. It's also okay to set standards. People are like, oh, don't set standards because why not? It's when you don't set standards is when you get fucked and walked all over, okay? That's when it's a problem, when you don't set standards. And sometimes we do, and then it's just like, oh, I like this person, I feel for this person, or this situation seems to fit me at the moment. Let me let my guard down. Let me excuse the standards that I set. No, don't do it. Don't do it, because the moment that you let your guard down and diminish those damn standards, that's when ish hits the fan. And then you're sitting there in that fetal position that I spoke of earlier. Let's know the signs of BS from the beginning. Throw up those deuces and keep it moving. I don't care how much you think it might hurt. Guess what? It's better for you to be, hurt in a situation in the very beginning, opposed to you investing years and time in a person or a situation and then being even more distorted as years have gone by. Because the more time you invest in any situation or any person, the more time and, feelings that become invested in it, you feel screwed when it doesn't work out your way. So word of advice, cut your losses on all aspects of life, relationships, and everything else that does not suit you in a positive manner. Cut your losses early. We are all getting too old to be wasting doggone time. This world is getting worse to be wasting doggone time on nothingness. Certain people are content with dishing out nothingness. Certain people are content with living in nothingness. Like, don't you want more? Don't you want to live? Because I'm tired of just existing, honey. I want to live. I want to travel. I want to be loved. I want to love in return. A healthy love. That's another thing. Oftentimes, I'm sorry to keep saying the word often, but oftentimes we want certain things. We pray for certain things. But you know what I've noticed? I've prayed for certain things in life and I've gotten it. But I also forgot to pray for certain things that I don't want. Even in my marriage, I prayed for certain things, attributes, characteristics, certain things with the person that I wanted to be married to, that I wanted to be my husband. But I definitely forgot to be specific in prayer as to what I didn't want. Because, sometimes we think that, God does know what we want and what we need, but he also wants you to be specific in asking for it. And I most definitely was not specific in asking for what I don't want, what I don't need. But then again, maybe he places people in our lives. Well, he does. I think sometimes he places people in our lives because maybe it's to get you over a situation that you were in, whether it's financially, whether it's, emotional wise, whether it's whatever hump that you are going through. Perhaps he places that person in your life for that reason and for you to, get over that hump at that moment. It doesn't mean that it's supposed to be a relationship of longevity. So once again, things happen for a reason, encounters happen for a reason, relationships happen for a reason. Just all things that we go through, I no longer look at it as a problem. I just look at it as, okay, this has been something that didn't work out for me, or I see that it won't work out for me, and it's time for me to hit the brakes. It makes no sense to stick around in a situation where it's not beneficial. Not just for you, because I don't want you to be selfish, but it's not beneficial for either. And sometimes some people are getting benefits out of situations because it's either a physical pleasure or it's either a pleasure of how tainted they are, and you seem to fill the void of that taintedness that they've been missing. Some people are so toxic, and when their toxicity isn't around that they're normally used to, they cling on to others or they gravitate towards others. And, you either become the punching bag, or you either become that bed lay that they were longing for, just something that they are missing in their lives. You are the person to fill that void. Let's no longer be void fillers. And let's no longer look for someone to fill a void. Because if you look for someone to fill a void and vice versa, and then that situation happens not to work out, what happens then? That void is not filled again, and then you go seeking it somewhere else. Let's figure out all of the essentials of life, all of the things that we long for, all of the things that we need and seek. Let's write that down. Have people say write a vision board. Write a vision board of things that you really want that are not physical. Or, sometimes it's that vision board. Let's put the house on there, a picture of a house from a magazine. Let's put the pictures of dollar bills. It doesn't have to be a physical thing. Let's visualize happiness. Let's make a vision board of happiness and what that entails. What comes along with that? What makes you happy? And guess what? Sometimes we don't even know. Because I can speak for myself. I've never truly been happy. Never. I don't even know what it feels like. I know the word. I know how to spell it. But as far as feeling it, I don't know. I'm seeking it now. I'm 41 years old and I am seeking it now. I think that we always strive to seek it. But sometimes you have to have an epiphany in life and be like, but it's time to do it. You have to backtrack and think about all the stuff that you've been through in your life, which had happened for a reason. And you have to just be like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. Because right now in life, I'm just so fed up with BS. I can't make any time for it. Like even people who are toxic, and I know they have toxic traits, and in turn I have become toxic in certain situations because I have, picked up their toxic traits. And also, the longer you are with somebody, you pick up their BS too. So just know that the BS that you already came into the relationship with, you can leave with their BS too. And it's kind of very hard to unravel that BS that you done tangled yourself in. Because like I said before in another episode, we all come into a relationship with some type of baggage. And then we also leave with even more baggage than what we came into the relationship with. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop taking on other people's baggage. For what? I already got enough shit to deal with on my own. And I know you do. I don't care how much you think you love a person. If they are willing to put their baggage off on you without it being a problem, they don't love you back. I don't give a damn how long you knew them. I don't give a damn how you think it feels. There shouldn't be no one in your life that is willing to unleash their baggage and place it on you just to give themselves some type of relief. Hell no. I'm no longer accepting that. My backpack full, honey. Sorry. I can't do it anymore. I refuse. So, word of the day is loving yourself. That's more than one word, but I mean like the word that I speak. In closing, in conclusion, love yourself. And love yourself enough to know when it's time to get the fuck on. Okay? I don't care what type of relationship it is. Love yourself enough to know when it's time to get on. There's nothing wrong with it. Be the strength that you need. Stop looking for the strength in others. Stop looking for the strength in things. Be the strength that you need. You know what you need. You know what you want. You know how you want to feel on a daily basis. And if no one is adding to that, you gotta go. So anyway, this was my little chat for the day, guys. Just sometimes things, they pop up in my mind, and I just want to share it with you guys. So, once again, always learn to love yourself wholeheartedly, and don't look for happiness in the arms or being of someone else. It won't be obtained. Self-love, self-happiness, that's what you need to work on and seek. So, I love you guys, and season 2 is coming. Later. Hi, I hope that you enjoyed that episode, and I also hope that you found value in it. Please continue to tune into Openly Expressive for more content.